FedNow. Those words are so scary that I don't think you understand how bad it is. FedNow, for those that don't know, this is the United States government's attempt to create a new digital currency. Because the American dollar is failing, they want to create a new digital currency, which will lead to total control over our lives. And I'm going to tell you why. Stay with me. FedNow is one of the worst ideas for the American people who believe in freedom, who believe in justice, who believe that we still should have a voice in how things operate here in America, even though we're partially included in what happens in America. FedNow, going to be a new digital currency that they're going to put in place to where basically all of our money is going to be digital. You won't have any physical dollars left because the government now, once it becomes all digital currency, can track everything you do, everything you do. The government will also have the power, to control your behavior. I'll give you a prime example. If you're late paying your car taxes, when you get paid, the government can automatically deduct it from your account. If the government deems you to be a threat to society, or the government deems that you are not doing your part in society, or you're speaking out against the government can withdraw all your funds. The government can withhold your funds. If you plan to go flying with your family and you need to use your digital credit card, your FedNow card, they lock your card down and you're not able to fly. If you try to go get gas, your FedNow card will not be activated. Systems in place that will ensure that if you're going to buy food for your family and the government wants to put it on total lockdown and total control for you, they will just block access to your card for FedNow. They can even make it so strict that if you went to a family member or a friend and had them try to make a purchase for you, they can put things in place to ensure that their card wouldn't work, or at least it would flag their account to let the government know that they're assisting a defector, basically. This is scary times, folks. You should not be excited about FedNow. Do not get caught up in the idea of convenience. Apple Pay, Cash App have all set us up to feel comfortable with this form of digital electronic currency. It's quick, it's easy, it's amazing. There is a convenience to it, but the idea that when the government controls FedNow, they will have total control over your life, where you go, when you travel, if you're able to travel. You can even only go to and from work. They're pushing electric cars on us so that way they can control us more. You have to understand that the digital dollar that they're going to create is going to be one of the worst ideas for the American people. You'll no longer have a voice. You're out protesting in the streets. They want to fine you. They'll pull the money out of your account. You go to jail, you need to pay bail, you can't get out, they'll withdraw or withhold your funds, and now you can't make bail. There's so many ways that the government can manipulate us using this digital currency.
In today's fast-paced world, time is money. More people, businesses, and organizations are demanding instant payments. That's why the Federal Reserve is developing the FedNow service, a safe and efficient instant payments infrastructure that will modernize the U.S. payment system. The FedNow service will give financial institutions the opportunity to innovate, enabling their customers to send and receive money in seconds, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Funds will settle between financial institutions in real time, which means there's no buildup of interbank obligations, and end users will have access to the funds in seconds. How will the FedNow service work? Imagine the owner of a coffee shop is running low on coffee beans and needs to schedule a quick delivery. She places an order, and the coffee bean company sends her a request for payment. She responds to the request for payment and pays for the coffee beans right then and there through an app from her credit union, which uses the FedNow service. Once she initiates the payment, her credit union screens the payment and sends an ISO 20022 compliant payment message, either directly or through a service provider to the FedNow service over the Federal Reserve's FedLine network. The FedNow service instantly validates the payment message and passes it along to the coffee bean supplier's bank. In real time, the supplier's bank confirms to the FedNow service that it intends to accept the payment, and the FedNow service debits and credits the master accounts of both the shop owners and the coffee bean supplier's financial institutions or the master accounts of their correspondents. The FedNow service also immediately sends a payment message with an advice of credit to the supplier's bank and notifies the shop owner's credit union that settlement is complete. Finally, the supplier's bank credits the supplier's account in near real time, making the funds available. The supplier's bank will have the option of sending a confirmation to the shop owner's credit union that the payment has been posted to the supplier's account, providing the coffee shop owner with certainty that the payment was received. The FedNow service will be designed to be flexible and support a broad range of potential use cases. Banks, credit unions, and other industry providers can use it as a springboard for innovation to support a range of applications such as account-to-account transfers and bill pay. For example, now imagine it's after hours and the shop owner gets a reminder that her car insurance bill is due today. She may be able to avoid a late fee by initiating a bill payment in her credit union app and selecting to pay it now. Later, she repays a friend for a pizza they shared using an app provided by her credit union that clears and settles through the FedNow service. With this service, banks and credit unions can remain competitive by offering the type of payment options customers increasingly expect in today's fast-paced world. The FedNow service will support flexible adoption, allowing financial institutions the option to work with aggregators, processors, and correspondents to adopt the service. Banks and credit unions will also have the option to adopt the full set of FedNow capabilities or sign on as a receive-only participant. The initial launch of the FedNow service will focus on core clearing and settlement capabilities. Additional features will be released in phases to meet evolving industry demands and changes in technology. Get ready for the FedNow service. Learn more at fednow.org.